Oh, say no, it was his AF track. Wait, no, was it his AF? No, it wasn't. He has his own hit. They literally both, they're both doing the exact same thing. Holy God. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 here bringing another COH2 replay. This is a 2v2 on Rails and Metal, if I recall correctly. Yes, it is. We have Big Mac with Sauce, Government Issue, versing for Bomer and Misaka Mikoto. Let's double check their ranks real quick. Both American versing a Vermach and OKW player. Allies seem to have a slight lead in veterancy, but as I say, every single time, rank doesn't matter in this game. I've been beaten by no rank people, and that goes to show that rank doesn't matter. No, okay? Literally, people make accounts and stuff like that, and that's just on playtime, not actual skill. But in any case, wow. Alright, we got double Paratroopers already off to an incredible start, and they both went the Pathfinders things, which makes me believe that these people are coordinated as F. They are down to kick the butt of the Vermach and OKW player, which, by the way, if you want to know who submitted this replay, know that at the end. But if you'd like to submit your own replay, you can do so via my Gmail. Go to greyshotproductions@gmail.com so you can submit a replay or a top moment. Either way, make sure you have a title, description, especially for the moment. Tell me what it is and what time it happened in the replay. And the replay itself, just tell me your name and description. But in any case, yeah, it will definitely be able to show what essentially show off a game of you do amazingly throughout, or just a super incredible moment that I'll literally highlight in a single episode of my series. Anyway, let's get to it, shall we? This has become very popular. I'm assuming this is very popular in 2v2 such like that, because that's what I really see this at, especially with the passive veteran squad. Again, for so many bonuses you get for Grenadier, it just makes them very good. Echelon taking the brunt of the damage in Sturms, not in cover. But now with the Echelon and the Pathfinders, they're just going to mow them down. Pathfinders in long range probably can beat the, I would assume, can beat the Volk squads. If the Volk squads get close and throw an incendiary, that could change things a little bit. But we'll see what happens with that regard. In any case, we have the Volk squads right here. Again, they're in heavy cover, so at least they can put up a decent fight. But I'm assuming the guys here, plus the Pathfinders over here, are more than enough firepower to hold him back. Now, he's moving up for the heavy cover. Good idea. Pathfinder's really good with long-range combat. Not that great with close range. Really nice thing here, as you can see, is they camouflage. So it makes it, essentially, you look and you're like, how are they capturing that point? And then you get close and you just pop out of nowhere and shoot you in the face. Camouflage. Company of Heroes 2. Although, at least they, you know, I'd rather take shooting in the face than a Goliath coming from me, because, oh boy, that's annoying. Alright, so this guy, he went the mortar, multiple Pathfinders, so they're just going with the Pathfinder front. Looks like he got pushed back by Big Mac. We'll just call you Big Mac. Big Mac, who went with, again, the Grenadiers. Most likely he's going to get the upgrade as soon as possible, so he can get a better, essentially more men in squads, G43 rifles that can go toe-to-toe with that Pathfinder unit. Again, with that bonus, it should be enough. Plus, you get free medics. I mean, as long as you have the bunker back at base, which typically, specifically the Vermach player will do. Although sometimes I've seen the Vermach player place one OKW base if they don't have a medical out initially. It just also depends on where the OKW will set up their medical. Anyway, American forces trying to push down. Mortar fire hitting it, but not enough. Pathfinder, unfortunately, taking too much damage and has to retreat. More Pathfinders coming on in. Trying to, assuming, snipe the Grenadiers while mortar coverage hits them. Again, Pathfinder's really good long range, just trying to use their long range rifles to push them back. It seems like they have, and they are advancing, slowly but surely. Now, if you're wondering what those like little radios are for, it's actually kind of interesting. They can set up beacons, which I'm assuming is part of it, which they can actually use in reinforced paratroopers. So I'm assuming they're calling in support with that. There's IR Pathfinders as well that literally call in a heavy artillery barrage, which is amazing. Incendiary being thrown by the Volk squads, making sure to push back the squads in the building. And also looks like actually still damaging them. Wait, is it actually damaging? I think it is, a little bit. Might also be airing the Volk squads too then, but whatever. They're in the building on fire. They're fine. Enough Pathfinders and now a captain on the field with the bar, managing to push back the Volk squad. Another incendiary going out, forcing the Echelon to retreat. The ambulance being made, most likely just to heal the infantry. Big Mac has just stayed on a reliance on the first tier, though as we can see, he is getting that little half track, and that half track, even though it doesn't necessarily have a main gun with it that's really like potent, it's good for transport, and when you set it down, then it can cause suppression and essentially becomes a mobile bunker, which is really, really good. Anyway, unfortunately though, it looks like government issue is falling back. Actually, throw incendiary against the captain. Now the captain's going to take a lot of damage over time. Captain going in for the flank and managing to push back the Volk squads. A government issue has officially lost his side. And on the far left, it seems with the constant mortar coverage and just slow push, same thing with him. Now they both went captain, which could be an issue. The reason I say that is simply because of the fact that they are duplicating. They're essentially doing the exact same thing. And if the enemy can identify that core strategy that they're doing, that I think these Germans might be able to turn the tide, but we shall see. Right now, these Pathfinders, everything, do have a key weakness. They have no AT. The captain has a bar. He has no AT anymore. He doesn't have the bazooka. He has the bar. So, this armored push, if he wanted to, I would have, personally, I would get a Panzergrenadier squad, so literally it mows him down close range. But he essentially can use these guys as like a mobile, like, light armored vehicle with a lot of firepower, and just use this to just really push them back. Now I'm assuming he's going to go chase them down, and it's exactly what he's going to do. Oh, no, a half-track coming in. Run, little man, run! Half-track running for its life. A half-track opening fire, but missing it quite a bit. He's just going in, and this guy's taking a sweet time to move it over. Great. That's awesome, Demort. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I hate when you plays online. Anyway, AA gun opening fire, trying to push that sucker back. Really not much in terms of AT. He has the A half-track, but he's so far been out of sight of that. Unfortunately, though, he's not fast enough. A half-track gets a clean shot, knocks the sucker out, and pushes back the infantry. Stormtroopers coming on the flank, which makes he's either one of elite troops or encirclement. One of the two. AA gun opening fire, tearing apart that building. Holy god. Those stormtroopers can't hide, can't run. Well, okay, now they have to run. They can't fight, that's for sure. And they're being pushed back. Meanwhile, government issue is launching a counterattack. He has a support gun. I'm assuming he's been trying to launch long-range attacks. We have a fighting position over here. I'm assuming just protect against a long-range attack. Or like a big push. That, let's say they overextend and go in for a long range push. They get pushed back. The Germans take here. They can't keep pushing. They have to stop. So that'll give them a little bit of time to recuperate and bring up the forces again. Volk squads using the high cover as a last-ditch effort to hold the line. Meanwhile, Pathfinder's like, cool, you get out of that point. We're going to capture this. Now, I will say this. The Germans right now have a bigger population. However, even though they also have more munitions, the Allies have more fuel. Now, personally, I like munitions more than fuel for the bonuses and upgrades you get. But, to each their own, it depends on the strategy. But I definitely see early game more munitions heavy as being better. That being said, AA half-track... Wait. Oh, say no, it's his AA half-track. Wait, no, was it his AA half-track? No, it wasn't. He has his own hit. They are literally both... They're both doing the exact same thing. Holy god. Okay, at least this guy has paratroopers. Masaka, do you have paratroopers yet? No, you don't. But I swear to god, if you get a paratrooper squad, I'm done. Meanwhile, ambulance looks like took a KO. Flank maneuver came in from possibly just pioneers? Not entirely sure on that. But whatever it is, looks like a Panzerfaust from this squad also managed to push back the A half-track while I wasn't paying attention. He did lose the ambulance, but he's getting another one. That is a decent loss, though. And the support gun will at least continue the barrage. I don't know why it's firing there. Maybe it's trying to hit here. And no, it's probably... No. Anyway, this AA gun is having at least a better deal. Well, never mind. It's about to be killed. Panzerschreck, possibly. Fire! Gets a KO on that sucker. Pushes the squad back. We have an MG now. Armor piercing rounds would be great. I was going to say he was fine until I saw this. Like, oh, he has Panzerschreck. Plus, he has close range. So, what did he... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Blackwater, he just has this. My apologies. I forgot that. I thought it was, what is it called? I thought it was another unit. I thought it was a completely different unit. But no, he has stormtroopers, which means, again, knows good flank. These guys are now good close range and gets anti-armor, which is very good. Grenadiers trying to hold in cover. Pathfinder's just trying to hide behind the fence. Smoke coming down. I'm assuming he's going to try to push up. But we have seen here both Germans have countered the Allied attack. Now Misaka is getting paratroopers. Jesus Christ, they should be yelling Samsies every time this happens. They essentially have identical army compositions too. Very slight difference. Like this guy's 50 cal on a mortar. Wait, is that a German mortar? I don't know. No, he's had that mortar. Well, this guy has a howitzer, so they both kind of artillery focus. Both are very similar in terms of overall unit composition. So, again, yep, they're even both getting LMGs for their captains. Which, LMGs, great long range, but the problem with them is they're stationary, so a support gun could get a really nice clean hit on a target that's immobile. So, just something I want to point out there. I will also note that neither of them, at least far I can tell... Hold on, let me see. Yeah, neither of them have gone with grenades. They've gotten bonuses and upgrades for their own men, so that way they can upgrade them with LMGs, bars, etc. But the thing about that is they don't have grenades, and I find that so weird because you figure you want grenades so you can deploy smoke and a few other different abilities to kind of push up against the Germans. Anyway, Allied incursion not really going to go well. This is going to be pushed back. On the far right as well, Sporka getting a nice hit on that blob. Stormtroopers on his side. Sorry, Stormtroopers now. Big Mac is deployed to come over to help out. Double AT hit. Triple AT hit. Those Stormtroopers with the PanzerShreks. Nice job. Knocks out the AA gun. That's both AA guns down for the Allies. However, as a reminder, they've had a majority of the fuel. So... even though Government Issue now has, again, 2 buildings up, he still, at best, has a advanced light armored vehicle that he can deploy. Compare that, as well, to Big Mac, where he has no armor he can deploy. Alright? The Allies, on the other hand, if this guy gets a major, which I'm assuming he'll get shortly, we have more paratroopers coming in. Where is that squad coming? Okay, it's coming down over here. Howitzer fight as well, so it could be interesting if he uses that. Which I'm actually surprised he doesn't bring it up a little bit further. Oh, nice medical supplies so that we can heal his men. We have a mine going down, but it's still very close to the front. Probably not going to go well. Okay, yeah, paratroopers moving in. Once again with LMGs. Maybe one with the LMG. Did he lose a squad? I think he lost a squad of paratroopers. Okay, yeah, he did. I think one squad with LMGs and one squad with Thompsons would be effective. Maybe 2, but like my squad have a guy that's good close range, so you can get up close to these guys and mow them down, while the other squad is like down the hill opening fire and just lighting them up. Good hit with the howitzer, by the way. Takes out 2 men. On the far right, however, the Germans are not winning. Unfortunately, it looks like because Big Mac was sending so many forces on the left, he couldn't really guard his side. It is a risk reward of sending more troops to help your ally out, but then of course you could lose your own end. Yeah, Allied player is pushing up. He doesn't have AT though. I guess they're really focusing on the fact they've had a majority of the fuel for so long they're not getting AT. Again, the Axis on the other hand has tons of AT and now also getting a Puma. Misaka, let's see. Oh wait, hasn't even deployed a major? Wait, what? Oh, so they... okay, so we went company... oh, that makes sense. Okay. With the 50 cal. Okay. And, have you done the same thing? No, you have not done the same thing. You're still kind of hoarding. So the Allies kind of disregarding their fuel advantage. That's interesting. Meanwhile, Sport Gun opening fire. I'm assuming trying to hit this howitzer, but not entirely sure. We can see here that the Germans are gaining a larger army than the Allies right now. Which, again, is definitely a hamper. That's not necessarily guaranteed to win. But right now, again, especially with like armored vehicles and whatnot being deployed, and the Allies spending a lot of time on paratroopers, not enough time on real, you know, something to change the game. It's gonna be interesting. All right, so Misaka has gone his major, and everything. Wait, did he go this? No, he didn't go lieutenant. Did he? Yeah, so he does have lieutenant. My apologies, I messed up. Misako does have the major out, so he can't deploy armor. So that's my bad. It's late. I'm tired. I'm disoriented. I need a drink. All sorts of things are leading that against me. In any case, 50 cal desperately holding the line. Paratroopers being suppressed by something. I'm not entirely sure by what. There's no MG in that area. Fire's just hanging him, so he's forcing him to retreat. Yeah. So it looks like Big Mac did lose quite a number of his men on right. He is finally getting support armor, but unfortunately it's going to be a little bit of time, at least another few minutes before he can deploy armor. But that being said, so far Masaka has not deployed any armor as well, which is curious. Very curious, in fact, of what the plan is. He's getting a Jackson. True, it'll probably counter any armor that they deploy. And it will absolutely counter the Puma, typically in a head-on fight. Paratroopers and Pathfinders going in and knock out the support equipment. Nothing guarding it. Again, kind of surprising. Oh, he's bringing the marker with him. Is that Mark? Oh, no. It's like, what? Anyway, small blob over here pushing forward. Pushing back Pathfinders and Stormtroopers coming down the flank. Again, they have close-range weapons, so they'll do decent damage to this. If they can get, you know, within the range. If not, they're not going to do all that much. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, American forces, again, slowly pressing against the Germans. Again, government issue still has a lot of men and a Puma on standby. But, and this is a big if the support gun, which is over here, can knock out that howitzer, that would halt the American advance. But if this howitzer counteracts the support gun, then I think the Americans are definitely in for... I'm sorry, the Americans could possibly push through, because that would knock out their support functionality. He keeps hitting the other units, that can push him back a little bit. And his medical base is actually farther back in his base, so we know that he can't reinforce on the front, which means the support gun, if it gets heavily damaged, needs to fall back. Meanwhile, on far right, we got a big old blob coming in, 50 cal machine gun trying to suppress. We have a captain as well, along with Pathfinders trying to hold him back. Again, have we seen any beacons? I don't see any beacons anywhere. Beacons would be good to reinforce your paratroopers on the front. So we have a Jackson. Once again, it can't do anything. That's why a Sherman take in this scenario would probably be a better alternative, because, yes, I know it's not as great as against a Panther, and they're probably saving it for a Panther, but right now you're fighting so much infantry that I feel you want to focus on the infantry rather than the tank destroyer. But again, you're trying to plan ahead, but I feel like you're playing a little too far. German forces trying to push them out. Trying their very best. I love that shot going straight through. They even have a machine gun to back them up. So these troops, even though they are in heavy cover, eventually there's enough firepower on that position to push them back. Meanwhile, American reinforcements coming in. But again, they have an MG they can't get to. Plus, we got government issues flank on the right coming in, trying to stop them. Oh my god. Good infiltration grenades does enough to where it manages to push them back. And there goes the entire Allied assault on left. Germans should be able to fortify. And look at all the veterancy on these units, by the way. Some very highly vetted units, while the American player, not so much. So while the Americans are winning right now, they have a majority of the capture points. It's at a very precarious spot. Now, we do have armory being deployed by 4. And he also gets a Jackson. Once again, doing the exact same thing as the other guy. So I feel like the big issue, I feel like, once again, a Sherman with explosive rounds would be way better because of the fact that right now they're versing only infantry. Now they have an armored vehicle, but the Panzer IV is still an evenly matched. Even the Sherman, I think, is still better, in my opinion, than the Panzer IV, just because it has auto repair, it's good against infantry and armor, and you can specify which one you want to target more. Sure, its armor piercing on is maybe not the best, but it's still pretty good, and I feel like a pretty good thing is what you kind of need. Anyway, Howitzer opening fire on this, and again, the biggest issue is Big Mac. Big Mac has a lot of vetted guys right now. Though, again, government issue, nothing to be trifled with. He hasn't deployed the Puma yet. It's been kind of hanging back, and I'll give him a little bit of flack for that. Though, special operations, we have recon in this sector. This should allow the support gun to open fire and start targeting this infantry. Pathfinders are vetted, so I'll give him credit there. Just Masaka, maybe not as, I don't know why. I'm just kind of criticizing a little bit more, but just judging from the fight, This guy has a way better vetted up like frontline base. Now, one good grenade from this guy, and there it's gone. And we can see here he did get grenades, so good for him. Grenade going out. Can we see a squad wipe? And say goodbye to all that veterancy I just praised him for. As long as he targets it. If he doesn't target it, that's a waste. Are those really going to survive right now? While he has a Pathfinder and a Paratrooper. Those Grenadiers, Vet 3, are going to live. Sure, why not? At least he killed the AT gun, so Jackson moving up should do damage. Finally, it moves up. Anyway, Jackson's moving in to go for a target. Paratroopers and Pathfinders advancing. Should be able to beat the engineers rather easily. Jackson getting a clean shot on the Panzer IV through the front armor. Again, easily can penetrate medium armor. Another shot off. Half-dead Panzer IV needing to retreat as fast as freaking possible. But now, as you can see, this entire left flank's open. But the problem is this vehicle is only good against armor, so they're not going to gain much in terms of headway in this sector. The MG's still going to cause issues unless they do a massive attack in multiple directions. And yeah, right now their teammate, once again with the Jackson, can't target what really needs to. Right now he's using a Howitzer 2, and it is Vet 2, so I'll give him credit. But right now there's double Verkenwerfer over here, preventing the Jackson from really going in and kill the Panzer headquarters. Meanwhile, Panzer headquarters just getting almost so done. They realize, hey, we need, we're going to win this in the infantry game. Just keep pumping out the best infantry we can, and because he went this doctrine, he can upgrade them with the SCG-44s. So, yeah, they're pretty damn good assault rifles and can definitely probably push the enemy back. Now, we have a Vickers machine gun being deployed. I'm sorry, 50 cal machine gun, not Vickers. What am I saying? Being deployed in the sector, smoke coming down. Grenadiers moving on up. You can see here they are, again, both full health, upgraded with the special ability, veteran squad, etc. Stormtroopers trying to push in through the flank. My yeah, assumption is correct. He's trying to knock out the armor. The armor can't really do much. Now, we can see here Masaka is getting a mortar carriage. So, essentially, why he's getting that is to really target his infantry. Problem is, he's not paying attention. He's about to lose to Jackson. Meanwhile, again, we have more pushes over here. Good frag bomb kills some men and the ambulance as well, forcing the fall back to his base now, preventing for Bormer. There we go. From really taking this side. Because at least, because even though he'll do damage, the Germans have way too many defenses and stuff like that coming up to really prevent the Americans. Plus, his frontline troops are just destroying the Americans. Almost done. Holy crap. Just annihilating a lot of those men. They're very low on health. Even though he might win this engagement, I don't think he can really stand up to anything back there. Again, that'd be if. Why are you not moving up your men in your MGs? That's kind of a little bit shocking. You're moving up the Verkenwerfer for the capture it, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Almost so done. Just literally mowing him down and counteracting. We got more paratrooper action. Good hit right there. Captain as well pushing up. Can he please kill the Grenadiers? Nope, he's not focusing on it. Okay. I get it. You want to focus on the troops there, but like killing a 3-star squad, pretty important. Now, the one counterpoint I will say is as well, both allied players, 4 and Masaka, both have the P-47 airstrike. Now, the OKW does have an anti-air ability, but I'm curious to see how effective that is against 4 planes rather than 2. Meanwhile, Masaka with the larger army takes the left. 4 unfortunately is just having a bad day. He got pushed back pretty hard. Also done now. Free reign and could possibly flank over and hit Masaka from the rear. We'll see if that actually comes to fruition. We have a Panzer IV once again attacking on the left. A Jackson move should be more than capable of pushing it back. Which is also why do you have it so far back? But yeah, Jackson should be able to push it back. Just watch out for the... No, he actually upgraded them with support package. Okay. Alright. Sure, why not? What does it get exactly? So, combine arms. Okay. Grenade. Oh, that's the marked target. Okay, it's with the Panzer Grenadiers. Jackson just making quick work of the Panzer IV. Grenadiers trying to hold the line, but Paratroopers giving them a hell of a fight. Though, once again, this Paratrooper kind of failed in squad. He needs to get behind this cover, not standing out in the open of the trench. Meanwhile, Pack Gun coming on the flank. We have these, again, these guys camouflage, moving in silently to flank these guys. If they can kill the armor, I mean, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. He's not going to win. Now he's walking right into this. That's a bad, bad move. He's probably going to lose to Jackson unless he gets the hell out of there. So very close on health. Needs to make sure he keeps his distance from these guys. One Panzerstrike shot, and he could be game over for him. Meanwhile, 4 Bomer, unfortunately, trying to push up that hill, but the almost done are just stopping him every single time. Again, very good close range, and actually medium range. They're pretty much good in all regard, but the thing about these guys is, as we can see here, only 2 guys get the SGG-44s, and also kind of important is that they're very expensive. So if you do hurt them, they are going to be very costly to get back. Meanwhile, on far right, it seems that Big Mac is advancing and pushing back on his side. Slowly but surely. He has an MG also guarding Vet 3. A lot of vetted units right now. Again, we can see here that Masaka has a lot more vetted units, which is very good. So it's still an even fight per se. Big Mac still has more men, but Masaka still has, I'm assuming he still has the Jackson. He does. And as soon as he gets back in that and everything else, I think it's still an even fight. The question is, for Bomer, can he hold and push mid? Because right now I see possibly Government Issue coming in for a flanking maneuver in mid to really harm him. But we'll see. Meanwhile, Government Issue has pushed this guy back into his base. That being said, he has more than enough resources to get armor. And I'm assuming that's what he's going to get. He's going to get a Sherman. No, he's getting another Jackson. Okay, dude, your biggest problem is infantry. I mean, I know your paratroopers are supposed to be designed to deal with it, but sometimes you need a little better gun, and a Sherman probably would do it in this scenario. Meanwhile, Germans are trying to hold this line as much as possible. Paratroopers can't take the full brunt and have to fall back. Resource-wise, Germans are now winning. They have at least almost 3 times as much fuel, and munition-wise, it actually, yeah, they have about 15 more munitions, so about 50% increase, I would say. That's good. Mortar carrier trying to go in for a close range hit. Again, keep your distance. Panzer IV seeing this opportunity tries to go in for the kill. Possible Panzerfaust coming in on the flank. Rifle grenade instead. Good shot on the paratrooper. Might be able to kill it. Very close. Focus fire and does kill the Vet 3 paratrooper unit. Again, grenades could be thrown or something. And or he could have built a beacon to reinforce that paratrooper squad. But alas, that didn't come to fruition once again. Jackson opening fire on Panzer IV. Missing the first shot, but could probably get a second one. A clean hit, even through front. It does get a clean hit. Stormtroopers, though, coming in on the flank to try and neutralize this armor. As you can see, the allies are being pushed back. Now, Stormtroopers, again, great hit by the Panzer IV, trying to keep the Jackson in the fight. Meanwhile, we have a P-47 run on that Panzer IV. It's going to get a damn good hit, I assume. Oh my god, mortar carriage gets the kill. It's probably going to die, though. No, dodges the shot. Jesus Christ. But, now, okay, there he goes. Yeah. Masaka still has a ton of manpower and fuel. I'm not entirely sure why he's deploying additional armor. And that's a GG. Again, P-47 does kill the Panzer IV, but it doesn't really matter. We can see here Big Mac, he's already building the Heavy Panzer Corps, which means he's most likely going to be able to get a Panther, which under the right circumstances can easily push back a Jackson. So, and that's not even talking about Government Issue, which I'm assuming is saving up for a Command Panther. At least that's what my assumption is. But with no armor really on the field presence, yes, the Panzer IV, but he got pushed back quite a bit. That was a really good game. That was a really good, solid infantry-based game. That really kind of showed Almost Sudan versus Paratroopers. And unfortunately for them, the Paratroopers just weren't lasting. They just couldn't fight. And Almost Sudan just slowly pushed and pressed. So very nice job in that regard. Let's double check damage and kills right now. By the way, this replay was submitted by Government Issue. Thank you so much, Government Issue, for submitting this replay. Big Mac, I know he's been in another replay, but he did not submit that. He did, though, get most damage and kills. I feel like his side, he did lose quite a bit, but he was able to gain more momentum. I feel like for Bomer really wasn't that aggressive. He would take the point, but kind of hold it. He wouldn't push any further, and that was kind of cost him quite a bit. Masaka got more kills and damage, though, so, again, doing more against Big Mac, and we saw that. with quite a number of infantry units dying. But that being said, I feel like Big Mac could have probably been pushed down a little further if the American players would have killed some of those retreating grenadier squads. That really would have threw him off, especially because they're so highly vetted. And I think he had them from yeah, he still did 34, 37 respectively. Knocking them out would have probably made a decent difference in the game. Also, stormtroopers, again, they just snuck up and they kept sneaking up behind your lines. You really need to watch out for them. But overall, this was a good, pretty much ambush type game. Really, really enjoyed it. It was really good. So thank you once again to Government Issue for submitting this replay. Remember, you can submit your replay at greyshotproductions@gmail.com. But otherwise, it's been Greyshot17. And I want to thank my Patreons. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you all next time. Hello everyone, before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Milam, WhiteHotD, Toussaint, Streakingwookie, SgtMcPain, Sebastian, Rilfe, PyroShark, Onlyplayapples, LeShoe, Just Play Thomas, jrchicklis, JP Vaal, Josh, Joey G, Joe Foe, Chris Bailey, Ace, Tim, Nathan Angus, Leonard Lou, Jordan Savat, and Aaron Yee. Thank you all for your amazing support. You're all incredible. Thank you again, and I'll see you guys next time.